Well, some reaction to the draw now today, first from the England manager.
The Irish first, as in Germany.
Yes.
What thoughts do you have? But what about a message for Jack Charlton?
Well, we play them in March, as you know, and I hope.
Are you going to go ahead with that?
Well, I hope Jackie Charlton will agree to go ahead. I mean, the match is billed, it's sold, it's a full house. We haven't played in Dublin for years. Many people are looking forward to it. I hope so. I would like to pursue it and go ahead with it, because I really think the match in Dublin in end of March and the match in Calgary in June will be two completely different matches.
And then the European champions, Holland. Surely you would have hoped to avoid them.
Well, yes. I mean, you can't say who you'd like and who you wouldn't, but Holland were magnificent 2 years ago. They were the best team in the championships and deserved to win it. And I would think that their team comprises very much the same sort of players. Arnold Muir, my old friend, has gone from the scene, but and Gullit is perhaps a threat. Although I've been trying to find out today just where Gullit will be in June, and there's a good chance that he will be fit. But they're a magnificent team. I don't think there'll be any less. We've got to be a bit better, but not to be afraid of them. They won't think us pushovers. They never have. They've always respected us. But at the same time, while they are formidable opponents, I would be very disappointed not to go into the next phase. We're very capable of proceeding and being there next time.
Well, last time we played England, we won, and we scored first. And the game, they had a few chances and made it equalised. But it was a good competitive game. I'm sure we'll have another good competitive game. We had a good competitive game with Holland, and I'm sure we'll have another good competitive game with Holland.
So overall,
Egypt, I don't know about.
Yeah. Mr. Liebrecht, the English and the Irish are saying they can't believe that they've drawn Holland again. Can you believe it?
No, it's unbelievable that we are in the same group again, like last year. And we say we are not, we cannot say we are happy with it, but we have three strong teams in one group together. We know a lot about each other, and we are playing under the same circumstances on the islands.
Would you have wanted to avoid England and Ireland, ideally?
Not avoid it, but it's coincidence that the three teams are in the same group again.
Are the Dutch a better side now, a worse side than they were 2 years ago?
You never can tell. Not England can tell, not Ireland can tell. So we'll see next year if all the players are available to play. You know, Gullit is not all right now. He is damaged his knee, and I think maybe next year he will be ready to play.
Graham, it's an inevitable question. Were the Dutch the team that you wanted to avoid because of the hooliganism problem that they bring as well?
Well, we could have avoided it, obviously. We might have been a bit happier with avoiding it, but having said that, there wasn't a problem in West Germany, in Dusseldorf, between the English and the Dutch fans. I think it will be very strictly controlled in Calgary. The points of entry will be very carefully watched, and obviously we will cooperate to the full with the public authorities in Sardinia.
Will the Brazilians be happy with Scotland in their group?
I think yes. I think was a good group for Brazil. Of course, you have to respect every team. You know, we have Scotland, we have Sweden, we have Costa Rica. Inside of the field, everything can happen. But I think it was a good group. Also, I was talking with Harry, the coach from Scotland, because we are friends. Then I say, Harry, unfortunately, we stay in the same group. Then he told me, no problem, we both go there.
Gary, what did you make of the draw today? Was there an element of disappointment meeting Holland and Ireland again or not?
No, I don't think so. I think it gives us a chance to put the record straight. We obviously weren't very fortunate in Germany, but we'll be looking to improve on that. But it's an amazing coincidence, and even the sequence of matches follows again. So they say lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place, so hopefully it won't.
You've been to Sardinia?
Only on holiday. Lovely place.
Do you think that match will take place, England against Ireland, in Dublin, the friendly scheduled for shortly?
Well, I suppose it's up to two managers really to get. I wouldn't see any reason why not. They'll be totally different games anyway, but they'll have no bearing on what actually happens, as the European Championships of 2 years ago will have no bearing on what happens out in Italy.
You wouldn't want to go to Dublin and lose, though, would you?
Wouldn't like to lose anywhere, Des, no. But I'd sooner lose there and win in Italy.
What about, well, the FA Cup draw, we have to say, went rather more smoothly than the World Cup draw today for a start.
Indeed,
I
Des.
think.
Indeed.
Have you been working out who England might play if they come in various positions? With a bit of
Yes, I
paper
mean,
looking
being optimistic, not necessarily recommending too much optimism. Really, I like the prices. You know, I don't mind Italy being favourites. I don't mind England being 14-1, which some people might think is too high a price and bet on it. But I think we've got a much better chance. Scotland and the Republic are 33-1, and I like us all to be outsiders. The feeling if we suddenly say, oh, well, it's all right, you know, it's going to be all right in the night. Last time it didn't work, this time it will. I think that if we're too optimistic and bang the drum too much, as does happen, you know, with the press follow the line before a World Cup, I think that will put too much pressure on players. And I would rather see them take a low-key approach to it. Go on, say we aren't any good. Yeah, we admit it, we're no good, until the day comes to prove it. I know Gary, he says, no, he says we can't go out like that. We've got to go out and say we're going to win it. But I feel that was the fault last time. A lot was expected of players before they'd even kicked a ball.
Do you think there's a really strong team around at the moment internationally, Gary?
I think there's a lot of strong teams. I don't think there's one that actually stands out.
The Dutch were definitely the best 2 years ago
The Dutch are
in
very
Europe.
strong. They've got 3 or 4 outstanding players. You've also got Brazil, who are particularly good at the moment, especially up front. They've got dangerous strikers, Carreca and Romario. And Argentina have Maradona, of course. And there'll be other sides, but I don't think you can really pick one side out and say they're going to be a little bit special and you want to avoid them. So I think it's the team that really hits the right form in June and has that little bit of luck that deserted us in Germany and hopefully will accompany us in Italy.
Yeah, indeed. But nowadays, of course, too, you can't discount the so-called no-hopers, can you, really? I mean, South Korea can come there, Egypt, those sort of teams. I mean, they've done well to get there.
That's right. I think the previous World Cups have shown that you can't underestimate anybody.
But they ain't going to win it.
They're not going to win
They're
it.
not going to win
They
it,
can
but
stop you winning it.
Yeah, they can make life difficult.
That's right. They'll
Did you
cause a
play
few
against
upsets.
Egypt a few years ago? We played them a couple of years ago, didn't we, in Egypt? Were you played in that
I did
side?
actually, yeah. I think it was Peter Beardsley came on as sub for me in the second half, and that was actually his first game for England, if I'm not mistaken. And we won 4-0, I believe.
4-0,
We'll
yeah.
settle for that again.
You score in that one?
I didn't know.
Not in that one?
No.
Okay. Well,
Could I answer that question, Des, about what we would do?
That's right,
If I
yes.
can, because,
Yes.
I mean, hopefully we will get through our group, because the first 2 get through and some of the third. So, I mean, hopefully all the
Well,
teams
disaster
we're
if you
talking
don't,
about will
really.
get through. It would be, that would be awful. But getting through our group when the competition proper starts, that's when the real World Cup starts. If we finish first, we would then play the second in Group 5, which would either be Belgium or Spain or Uruguay, but most probably Belgium or Spain. If we finish second, we play the second in B, which would be either Argentina or the Soviet Union.
tricky.
And if we finish third, and qualified, we'd have to play West Germany or Brazil. So whichever way you look at it, the competition proper starts.
Scotland.
Which do you like? Well,
You
Scotland.
better say that. They get upset.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I mean, the competition really starts when it's down to 16.
But it's knockout then. As soon as you get through, it's absolute knockout. And if you draw another tough country, you can be straight out at that stage.
Well, I think once you get to the knockout stage, it doesn't really matter who you get. It's who performs on the day, who has the bit of luck, and anything can really happen, as we say. And it's sort of FA Cup thing. I think we're used to knockout competitions over here, so hopefully that will.
Well, we wish England and you and Scotland and the Republic of Ireland the best of luck. And of course, you get together for the match with Yugoslavia tomorrow, don't you?
That's right. Report tomorrow.
Okay, best luck with that too.